Mary with the Painted Peach here. Today I'm in a collaboration with my friends here on YouTube, and my friend Leah with Make All the Things with Me is hosting this collaboration. After me is Tracy's Crafty Creations. She'll be live with me, and you can find links and tags and all that good stuff in my description. So there's a link to a playlist, and there is a link to Leah's channel, and I'm not sure if I got Tracy's in there right or not, but there is links to the playlist and all of that. I do believe I got Tracy's in there right. So we are doing each doing 30 minutes today. I decided to do a summer watermelon kind of thing. Hey, Corey. So I'm gonna try to get started on it because we only have 30 minutes. I want to get something done, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and get started, but look in my description and you'll see the links to all of those things in there. And Leah put this on with Make All the Things with Me, and of course I am grateful to be a part of it. This is what I drew out. So I don't know if you can even tell, it's just a little sketch. It has some watermelons in a bucket, and there's like an American flag at the top and the bottom, and this is like a little sign hanging here. So that's what we're gonna be painting. And so it's just now 5 o'clock, so I'll probably have to repeat all that. Today is May 24th, 2025. And so if you're watching this on replay and you're not live with us, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel if you like what you see, and do all the things. Share me out. Hit the bell if you'd like to watch me again, and you can get notifications and all of that good stuff. Hi, Sam. All right, so I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna start with my watermelon. So I've got a couple different greens that I'm gonna have out just because watermelons aren't just one solid color. So I have bright green. No, I don't. Lime green, classic green, and fiddlehead fern. So I'm gonna start out with a little bit of my brightest green for the bottom coat of my watermelon. Hi, is it Eliza? Thank you for being here. So this, again, I'll say is a collaboration. So in my description, you'll find a link to the next person that is up after me. And you'll also find a link to a playlist that will have everybody in there right after everybody's lives are finished. Nope, I am making watermelons. Watermelons and American flags behind them. It's like a little produce kind of thing, like a sign, like a vintage sign, I guess. I'm not sure what I'm making. So I'm just putting like the first little coat. We only get 30 minutes, so you probably won't get to see it come into full fruition. That word's hard. But I will add maybe like a little reel or story or something. Either probably here I'll add a little post with it, and then over on my Facebook, which is also the Painted Peach, I will add a reel or something with it. Hello, Blissful Crafts and Designs by Debbie Lee. Hey, Leah. So there is Leah, our wonderful hostess with the mostest. So make sure you go over and give her channel a subscribe. I don't want to say follow because that's not what we do over here. We subscribe, right? Right, so I'm just doing the undercoat of my watermelons right now. Give them a little bit of a bright color under there. I hope that everybody's having a great Memorial Day weekend. And if you're on this in replay, it's probably not Memorial Day weekend for you, but live right now it is. I had a choice of starting a new line. So me and my friend and business partner Corey with Creative Roots Art, she was on earlier in this collaboration. We have a line of digital prints that we started, and we are doing coffee right now, but it is very relaxing today, isn't it? And so I had a choice to keep on with the coffee or start some of this summery kind of thing, and I was like, let me do some summer fruits. So watermelon it is. Hey Lori, there's Lori with Farmhouse Stencil Shop. She tried to be on before me, but YouTube wasn't being very nice, and so I'm hoping that she will be able to post a video or something, a short maybe, or something that we can watch what she was going to create, because I was excited to see. Alright, so now I'm just adding a little bit of red into my watermelons, and this is just going to look like a child's painting at first, but it gets better with layers and all that stuff. Right now it's just going to look like my kids painted it. And I'm digging out of my bottles because I don't have anything here, and if you watch me you know that I'm selling my house, so all my things are packed up and I only have a little bit of craft supplies, and most of them are paint, and I'm really running out of things to paint on. So I'm actually painting on the back of another painting right now that I did for the Americana kind of theme. So I'll show you that. I hope I did it the right way, yeah. So this was the back of that, and I'm just painting this one on there because I just don't have anything else really to do a painting on right now. And I wanted to be a part of this collab. I need to go to like Home Depot or somewhere and get me some wood to cut, and that way I can just paint away, or go get some canvases. Alright. What is everybody doing for your weekend besides watching creating videos? I could do that all the time. Could just sit around and do this all the time too. My husband wanted to go do pool day, and I was like, I gotta go live in a little while, sorry. We can do pool day tomorrow. Not today. I'm in art brain today. Alright, so I missed a little bit of green over here. So we got 30 minutes to create. So I started mine off a little bit. I went ahead and did my background painting and drew out my sketch, and then I painted my sign a little bit. It probably won't end up looking like that, but I needed to get some color on there at least to have something. Tomorrow my family and I are going to the Renaissance Fair. That sounds like fun. I've never been to one. Weather stinks. I'll be crafting this weekend and some cleaning in between. Well, that's fun. I'm not the cleaning part, but the crafting part. I'll probably have some cleaning to do once my husband, he works out of town, so him and my oldest son. I gotta dry. They're here this weekend, so I'll have to clean the house after they leave, of course. That's how it goes. It'll get all clean before they get here, and then it'll be time to clean again when they leave. Now, this board that I painted on is kind of a slicker surface, and I sprayed it before I started painting, but it's still kind of wrinkling my paint, but I kind of like the way it looks. I'm gonna see if I can show y'all on these watermelons how it's doing. It's kind of crackly, and I kind of like it. So let me see if you can see it on there. So you see how it's crackling? Let's see if it'll focus. Focus. It's kind of crackling on my watermelons, and I kind of like that. I mean, I didn't mean to do it, but it's doing it. All right, so my little barrel that they're gonna be in right here is gonna be blue, and so we'll go ahead and start one layer of that. I don't know what those words are, but hopefully they're not mean ones. But I appreciate the words. Thanks, Corey. Words are words on here, right? I hate digging in my paints like this, but I should have went and bought one of those little plastic palettes, or just got a paper plate over here. I keep forgetting to do it. Just kind of lining out where I want my barrel. To be at. It's so hard for me to talk and paint. Like, Corey can talk to y'all about all kinds of stuff, and I'm just like quiet when I paint. So maybe I shouldn't do live painting. Maybe I should leave those for the pre-recorded videos. Make it go down. I don't know what those words are. Is there a translator on here? Oh, goodness. So again, if you are just coming on here and you're watching this on a replay, today is hosted by my friend Leah with Make All the Things With Me. And this is a collaboration, so you can watch all of our friends creating. And after me is Tracy's Crafty Creations. And I'm excited to see what she's creating today. You'll love her. She has the greatest personality. And if you don't subscribe to her channel, you really want to, along with everybody else that is going to be creating. If you don't subscribe to my channel, of course, do that as well. And there is a thumbs up. If you go up in the top, there's some lines up there, I believe, like dots, and you can click on that, and you can do a thumbs up right in there. You don't even have to leave the video. Okay, so we are going to work on the flags a little bit, and I don't really want them to be like full flags. I kind of want them to be faded, so it may or may not turn out that way, but we're gonna see. See, right now this is just like the undercoat, so it looks silly, but I promise in the end, once I build up some different shadows and layers and stuff, it'll look better. And I'm using an eyeshadow brush to paint with because it's so soft and easier to paint with. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna get out my red. I'm gonna use the lid. I'm just going to do like a wavy flag up here. But I kind of want it to fade off. Get a piece of paper towel. So so that it's not completely solid. So it's kind of faded up there. So I put the paint on and then I added a little bit of water and then I dabbed it with the paper towel so it wasn't solid. Pretty sure I got one of those. Oh, Lord, you gotta love YouTube. At least I can laugh, you know. Makes me laugh. All right, I'm gonna get some white and get the next line going. And it's not gonna be like a super bright white. I'm gonna keep it a little bit the background color. So I watered it down pretty good. Hey Tracy, there she is, and she will be on in 15 minutes I got left. Whew, goodness, barely got anything done. Line. Going. Pretty sure. Oh goodness. The things. Oh no, I can bring him over here and we'll find out real quick. We'll find out really quickly. Oh, we got red in there somehow. It just cracks me up. Alright, so I'm gonna have to redo that one, but you can see I just want it to be kind of faded in the background, nothing solid, if you get what I mean. If you get what I'm throwing. So the line that I was talking about with the digital prints, they're great for journaling, and they're also great like people that do furniture remakes. You could print them out on rice papers or transfer papers or different things like that and use them for that. You can make tags with them, and most of the kits that we'll be making will have some different things like words with them and tags and different things that you can use for journaling. So I'm excited, and it's all the other like not the words and stuff because we're not hand letterers. But hey Dana, but it's all hand painted by us besides those words and little things like that. I create those on a software, but it's a lot of fun doing these, and I think it's a little different. It was actually Corey's idea, so I can't take credit for that, but she had a great unique idea to do the hand painted journaling things. Can't take credit for that idea. I was like, heck yeah, that's a smart idea. Good job. This board really doesn't want to take this paint. I might have to spray it and add some more, because it's just pilling up some of it. See how it's pilling? But I'll have to spray it again and try again. Most likely. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that part. All right, so I'm gonna come down here and I am going to get, here, let's just get the white. white, and we're going to add it into our blue. I think it's because I'm using a lot of water and it's not liking it. Y'all hear the frog? Oh no, we don't want a frog in here. Not a frog. It's calling for rain. It wants it to rain. I am not a critter person. That's funny. Someone asked if I was painting a frog, and then I have a frog in here with me now. I think it's up in my AC unit, hanging out. All right, I'm gonna dry some of this wetness going on. Yes. This looks like a hot mess right now, y'all. I'm telling you. Don't judge me by what's going on here. It'll get better. I'm gonna keep on going while I'm watching my friends. I might not even video it because I want to watch and I don't have another device over here. So most likely I will not video it until I add another, sitting with it. Today I'll just keep going. It is the water. I need to lay off the water a little bit. Alright, we got 10 minutes. This does kind of fly by because I've gotten nothing done that I thought I would get done. Let's see if I can get some of the darker green on my watermelons. Now I'm gonna start humming for y'all. I hear music outside. My husband must be out there on the porch listening to the music. So, this was like creator's choice. Everybody got to pick what they're doing. So I'm not sure what our friend Tracy's doing, but I'm willing to bet it's going to be awesome. Probably get more done than I'm getting done here, because I haven't got anything done really. Usually I'm pretty fast at painting, but this was kind of a detailed thing I chose this time. Not my usual choice. Of things. Oh, I still got some up here. It's very quiet in here too. It's hard to do this. And I hear something behind me also. So there's probably some other critter in here. If y'all see it, let me know. I'm in the process of cleaning in here because I got everything out, and when you're in a place for so long, you're gonna see like critters, little bugs and stuff that have been hiding. All that good stuff. And they have definitely been hiding in here. All right, this one's kind of cut like in a wedge, so we want the wedge to come up here. So far we look like a 2-year-old painted so far. Aren't you glad you joined me today? No, I'm just kidding. Let's get, I can show you guys, let's add a little bit of pink. Oh, I haven't even opened this pink yet. How about that? This is Martha Stewart Raspberry Ice. And of course, I can't open it. I don't know why they put this little plastic piece and that other piece on there. Makes it difficult. All right, so I'm just gonna get a little bit on my finger and add it into my red because, you know, there's a little bit of pink, a little bit of white. It's not all red. There's all kinds of colors, just like your rind is different colors of green and there's a little bit of white in it. You're gonna find that your watermelon's not all red either. Just depends on how ripe it is, I guess. So make sure when you hop off of this live, you head on over to Tracy's channel and give her a watch. And make sure you subscribe to everybody today. Hit the thumbs up and show us some love. If you have a place to share us, you can share us out. And we'd love to see you back on future videos. I try to join playlists a lot, but here recently I haven't been in too many because of the moving process, selling the house and all that. But I'm trying to get back into it, trying to get moving. And I hope to see you in the comments again. Hello, Fraps and Scraps. So I've got 5 minutes. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like with the pink added in. Of course, I'm gonna add red and white over it. So there's a little bit of pink in the watermelon now. And something's in my eye. Get a little bit of white on my finger. Now down here by the rind, I kind of want to use my little tool here. Sometimes you're going to have white down here. So much better with this tool than a paintbrush or anything. Red out. Back over my pink. I'm just finger painting at this point. So that bottom one now has a little bit of white in there and it's starting to get shape of an actual watermelon. You just have to add layers and most of the time you gotta let it dry if it gets really, really wet. And it just starts forming into a real looking watermelon after a while. But it takes a lot of working with it and trying. Now with this arrow, I'll probably take this tool just to show y'all different things I'll do. And I'll take it and go make lines going across here as if there was a little rim. So I've got really shaky hands, so I try to do it quickly. Otherwise, I'll have a mess. Sometimes I turn it over that way. So now there's like a little rim. And then sometimes I'll take it and just slide it down, give it a little bit of texture. So it gives it some dimension on there. And just keep working with it. And you could do some white, some lighter blue, and all of that. Now for the sign, I'm probably gonna put either watermelons for sale or farm fresh. And I have these little pens that I use, they're Posca. And I usually do that for any writing. And then I'll use these little uni ball pens to do some like highlights on things. So like, say I was done with this one and I needed some highlights up at the top of my watermelon or at the bottom, I just slightly add them on there. What's some more stuff? And of course, I always use my dark wax. You can see how messy it is, to go around my corners and do shadowing. I did some of that right here under my sun. That's my shadowing. I use the dark wax to do that. So I'll keep working on this, and I will post pictures and maybe do some short reels and stuff like that. Yes, Posca pens are the best. And make sure you head over and see Tracy. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.